This episode is sponsored by SmartVestor. Connect with an investing pro for free at RamseySolutions.com/invest. You're listening to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires, where we talk investing, retirement, building wealth, and outrageous generosity.
Vincent is in New York City. Hi, Vincent. How are you?
Good afternoon. Yourself?
Better than I deserve. How can we help?
So it was just to piggyback off what you were saying a few moments ago about behavior being 80%. In my own particular situation, I'm up to baby step number 6. And
Great.
About my own particular behavior towards baby step number 6, I'm at a bit of a, we'll say a question mark, if you will, in the sense that I took a step backward. My wife and I were homeowners and no debt at all. We have a substantial portfolio, and I've taken a step backward from aggressively paying down our mortgage, which is at an interest rate of 2.875%. And instead, I use that excess funds that I could be paying towards the mortgage for investments. And I save and invest that money rather than put it towards the mortgage. Now, I'm wondering if, given our individual circumstance, if that is an acceptable alternative if we're not putting it towards the mortgage.
Acceptable alternative is a big phrase. Yeah, it's acceptable. I mean, you know, you're investing, you're not consuming, you're doing that. Is it what we would do? No, we would not do that.
Right.
But but you know, are you going to end up broke because you're doing that? No, you're not. But the fallacy in your theory is that the way you can test a theory like this is multiply it 100x and see how it makes you feel. Okay, so how much is your mortgage balance?
I have $299 left on it, $299,000.
So if somebody came up and said, "I'll loan you $30 million at 2%," would you do that? Or does that take your breath away? Or does that take your breath away a little bit?
Yeah, I would not do that.
Okay, and the reason it takes your breath away a little bit is only when I expand it that far did you feel that debt equals risk. Right now, it's so manageable and so small in your world, as a ratio in your world, that you're not sensing that there's any risk associated with it.
Yes.
And another way to prove that would be to go the other direction. If you paid off your mortgage today,
mm-hmm.
and you had the opportunity to go get another mortgage a year from now at 2%, would you take a paid-for house and go borrow money at 2%? Most
Absolutely
people will say no. But if you truly believe in the math that you pitched, you would say yes, right? You there?
Yes. No, I'm with you. I understand. My theory, I think, goes towards as well that maybe over the course of time, if I continue this long term, maybe I'll generate a better return.
You will.
In long term investing.
You will. But the tightness between your shoulder blades because you have a mortgage on the home where your children live and your dog lives and your cat lives and your wife lives is not measurable in math. And so when you pay off a mortgage, people breathe deeper. They have a different feeling about the grass in the backyard when they walk through it without their shoes on. And those are quantifiable only over a large amount of money and a large amount of time. Mm-hmm. You don't sense it, though, because I'm guessing you have a portfolio, probably, Vincent, of $10 million or more. And so this $300,000 owed on your house is chump change. It's really not, in your world, it's not enough to make you upset one way or the other. Mm-hmm. So, but I'll stick with our process, and because it's brought me great joy to have no mortgage. And if you have the non-retirement assets, which I suspect you do, to pay off that mortgage today, I'd pay it off today. But I'm okay. We'll still be friends if you want to keep a 2% mortgage.
You know, it's funny.
Just not what we teach or believe or how we live.
Yeah, and in the same example, but lowered some. So not for Vincent, but other people listening. Like we have some friends and they make great money. Like they do totally fine. And they've always had car payments, but they can, I mean, it's such a small part of their overall world. They're like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Well, last year, for the first time, they bought a car with cash. And they're kind of joking with me. Like, okay, we're going to just try it your way. Let's see. And we were texting like 2 months later. And he said in our group text, he was like, I will never get a car payment again. He was like, I never realized what it felt like to have, even if you can manage the payment, what it felt like to have that leave every month. And then the fact with this car, we're going to drive it for so much longer because usually when the loan was up, we'd get a new car and we'd start back in this cycle. And I didn't realize that we were in this. It's like this light bulb turns on when you actually live it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
And that guy, you know, is a sophisticated guy you're talking about.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not
Very smart.
He's not a.
They make a lot of. I mean,
serious
they're great.
money.
Yeah,
like
they're
serious
great.
Money.
They're great. It's not that big of a deal. So to Vincent, you know, what we're expecting or assuming about you is it's not that big of a $300,000 mortgage. It's not. But I'm telling you, when you do it, you're like, oh crap. I never knew that's really what it was. I didn't realize what I was carrying. What I was carrying around, and didn't even know because it's just normal. So, I would pay it off, Vincent. If you get mad at us, then just get a HELOC or something. You can get back into debt.
Well, interest rates come down, get you a new mortgage if you don't like being debt free.
That's right. That's right.
But I'd pay it off tomorrow. That's what I would do. Hey, it's a good discussion though. Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for tuning in to Ramsey Everyday Millionaires. To learn more about how to plan for retirement, visit RamseySolutions.com/retire or click the link in the show notes. Ramsey Solutions is a paid non-client promoter of participating pros. Learn more at RamseySolutions.com/SmartVestor.